welcome to video 2. It's going to be a quick run through of the hero phase, which you'll get at the start of every battle round, because that determines what certain fighter abilities you can use. You'll notice some of them say double, triple, quad, etc. That relates to the ability dice we will roll in the hero phase. And this will also set up who has initiative for the round. Just figured this might be quite useful for you guys to see, because as well as obviously wanting to pick fighters with good stats, you also might want to pick fighters with cool abilities. So I just kind of wanted to show you how setting up that works. So you know, like the probability of like, oh, I'll pick this guy because he's got this really cool thing, and then you actually think, well, maybe not, because I might only get that off like once in a game. But yeah, so I'm going to roll the dice for both warbands, so the blue green dice and then the white dice. Let's go. Right, so what we need to do is, this is a tricky bit because I've now got to count dice and hold the camera. I am going to be looking for any doubles, triples, quadruples, etc. So for team white, we've got 4 singles, you see there, and we've got a double 4. Team bluey green, we've got a double 3, a double 5, and 2 singles. So this would mean team white has the initiative because they've got 4 singles versus that 1 double. Team blue has only got 2 singles. So yeah, no matter what happens, team white are going to get the initiative. Each player will also receive each battle round a wild dice to add to their pool. Oh, I'll make them red for this purpose of this. You can store that wild dice for use in later rounds, or you can add it to an existing double to make it a triple, an existing triple to make it a quad, or an existing single. I'm going to roll it over to make another double. I'm going to do that. I'll make 2 doubles. Team white still has 3 singles. So at the moment, team blue has got its 2 doubles. Team blue could make a triple. I'm just going to keep all the values the same. Or it could try and steal the initiative by making a single. I'm going to do that because it'll be fun. So now both teams have 3 singles. So they're going to do the dice roll for the advantage. I've run out of the exact dice, so let's have a look. Green can go with the greeny blues, and yellow can be white because it's similar. So these guys have now got the advantage. They've stolen the advantage, but both teams have now got 2 doubles. So let's roll with team white because they're nearest. So they've got 2 doubles to use this battle round, which means, sticking with my head and my cyberites from the previous video, I could use the basic double. So if it's got no other symbol apart from my faction symbol up here, that means everyone in my warband can use it as long as they've got the faction symbol, which they will have. Otherwise, they're not allowed in the warband. So even like the lowliest, like 40-point homunculus, whoever he's gone, 55-point homunculus, even he can do that because he's got that ability. So everyone can add 3 inches to their move characteristic, which is pretty handy. So in the game of Warcry, each fighter you activate individually, and you get 2 activations. That could be move and move, or move and fight, or fight and fight if you're already in range. So potentially for a slow warband, anything that adds movement is going to be good. My warband is pretty basic actually. As I mentioned, I've got my Phalanx. I'm led by my Ego Pomp, who can use this room mark here to access the quad for the ego-driven excess. So if I take someone down, as in destroy a fighter, I can make a bonus move or attack action. So that's pretty cool. There's also the universal ability in the core book called Rampage for a quad, which is one of the best abilities in the game. But I'm digressing. I've got 2 doubles to spend. So the likelihood is I'm probably going to make my guys faster. Because actually in the warband that I have created, I've only got the Ego Pomp as my hero, who's got that ability. And my other fighters are the homunculi, because I want a couple of cheap dudes. And their special rune here is irrelevant for now because in my warband at the moment, I don't have any archers. So you'll often see some fighters will interact with others, like squig herds with squigs, or yeah, like in this case, the homunculus, because he powers up the bliss barb archers, bows and stuff. Some other fighters from this faction are the Simbresh Twin Souls, ka-ching, just because I got a box of them. So they've got the exact same access to this quad that my leader has. So he's also got a double he can use to make it's basically this again, but he can do it on a quad because he's the leader, because he's cool. So yeah, a bonus mover activation if he takes someone down. So yeah, doubles are cool for me because they make me faster, or they get my leader to do extra attacks, or actually, because I've got my Mind Stealer Spheranx as well as an ally, she's got her own double, which is great. So yeah, so in my battle round, I can add these dice. So one of my fighters can use this dice to unlock one of these doubles, and the second fighter can use that double to unlock one of these abilities, or like I say, a core ability from the main rulebook, or they can go towards my allies who've got her own. She's got her own abilities. Where is she? So for that double, I can do telepathic threatening to try and shut someone down from moving, which is really cool. Or yeah, like I say, I could do some generic stuff, like I can add +1 to my attacks. Those ones are in the core. There's like 6 universal ones in the core book, which you can find on the PDF. So yeah, so that's basically how those activity dice and hero phase work. And the different things you can unlock. So basically, the more fighters you have, you know, the more access to different abilities you'll get, because they're all, you can see there's like loads of different runes here. I've got this kind of the impaling strike one on the cavalry. It's really cool. So basically, when you finish within an inch of that fighter, you do the amount of damage indicated on the dice. So there'll be a lot of talk about the value of the dice. So for example, say, ignore this for now. Let's say I had a triple. I used my wild dice to make a triple instead of making that other double. The value of the dice is 4. So using this impaling strike ability, I would do 4 damage to the fighter I finish within an inch of. So you'll get a lot of that in the game, a lot of use the value of this dice. But yeah, that's how the dice work. We do that every turn or every battle round. So you'd always roll 6 dice. So yeah, you get, depending on how you roll, you know, you'll get 1, 2, or 3 sort of sets of abilities to unlock. But yeah, I figured I'd just kind of show that to you guys, just so you've got it there as knowledge for if you want to use that in your warband building. Yeah, hope that's been useful. Anything else that comes up, I will try and make more of these, or if there's anything else you want to know and I can put it into a handy video for people, I will. Cool, cheers.